Hello, Aquarius. Welcome in. This is going to be your December reading today. I actually already recorded your reading and it got lost, so I'm like, okay, that wasn't the message. We are going to start over. Clean slate. So I pulled some cards before starting the recording, and I like to pull these astrology cards to kind of just see the energy that you're working with intuitively this month. And what came out was Uranus change, which Uranus did just move back into Taurus, and your sign of Aquarius, both fixed signs. So that definitely could be impacting you. I mean, it's impacting all of us collectively, of course, but you could maybe feel that a little bit more. And then we have descendant, and it also says invitation. So I feel like December is a month, an opportunity for some changes to take place. We also have the numbers 222, 555, 25, 7, 333, 777, and 37 or 10. I'm going based off of the numbers on the cards that are coming through here. So 25 and 37 are associated with these cards. Anywho, let's get into it. Let's pull some oracle cards to get started with your reading. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. A new earth, it's happening, keep holding the vision. What else? I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. All paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, and turn your gaze inward. And let me show you these. Earth pulsing, a new earth, and I'm sorry. So, wow, this is so in alignment with what's going on in the collective, which I expect nothing less with Aquarius in general, but also with Pluto and Aquarius, it makes a lot of sense how deeply aligned this reading is with like the collective energies happening right now. Wait, guys, Uranus is literally your modern ruler. I can't believe that. That didn't click right away. So even more aligned with your own ruler coming out here. But why this feels so deeply in sync is because Earth pulsing, slow down, time and nature, just the fact of like slowing down and the way there's like this lady kind of laying in the grass, like completely one with nature, one with the rhythm of the cycles that are happening here. And that's exactly what I'm feeling for you in this reading, is like you are very much deeply aligning with what's going on in the astrology, with the pace of the divine timing here. And that's going to be really beneficial for you. That's going to help to release any resistance you may be feeling and really allow you to flow naturally with like the cycles that are happening here. And that tells me that you're also in a very deep surrender, which is amazing, which is really what you want to be doing right now. We just had Saturn go direct. It's still in Pisces though, towards the end degrees. And then we still have Neptune retrograde in Pisces. That's currently wrapping up a 29-year cycle. If you want to hear more about this, I go really into depth in the December reading, which is linked below. I would recommend, just because of how in sync this reading is, that you might find a lot of good information in there. But yeah, what I will say is that with all of these planets at the end degrees of Pisces, and these are planets that stay in signs for very long periods of time, and your own ruler going back into Taurus, and that is also a planet. Uranus is also a planet that stays in a sign for a really long time. Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus all do that, and they've all changed signs this year. And then like went back into this old sign that they were in, and now they're starting to like slowly move forward into these new signs. So Uranus will move into Gemini. I think that happens in March of 2026. I do need to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. And then Neptune and Saturn both start to go direct. Well, Saturn already went direct, and Neptune's about to go direct this month. But then eventually they both will make their way into Aries come like February. So we're going to feel a really big shift then of this feeling of like clarity and some movement forward here into this new timeline that is just right ahead of us. And look how beautiful that energy is. Like literally a new earth is being built. Yeah. A new timeline is being manifested right now. And collectively, we're all making this shift. So it's really beautiful to see how it's showing up for each sign. And it feels like there is this sense of surrender here, and that if you're not already doing this, if you're not already deeply trusting the path, that I encourage you to do so, and that really let go of like any resistance to things ending, to releasing things, because it's really necessary at this time to allow things to close out, allow things to be uncomfortable, allow things to become more clear over time, and just keep moving forward. It's really important. And yeah, really tune into that intuition. Now, this I'm sorry card feels kind of separate. This feels like maybe someone coming back around to make an apology here. And I find it really interesting. I've never really noticed that the two people underground, these roots forming two people. It's like healing something from the root cause of it and starting over. So I think that could come through the surrender, through letting some old cycle, maybe with a particular person, ending, so that clarity can come. And once we step into this new earth, that this might come back around in a new energy to heal it from the root up. So a lot coming through for you guys right away. So let's get into the tarot now and see what wants to come through for you. Okay, already we have the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Let's see what else. The Nine of Swords. Okay, keep going. And we'll go back through all of these. The Seven of Swords, okay. The Page of Wands, the Three of Swords. Anything else? Three fell out here. Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands in reverse, Ten of Wands on the bottom. What is this Nine of Wands in reverse? Okay. What is this Page of Cups? Okay. Let me just get all the clarifiers out and then we'll go through everything. Three of Swords, King of Swords, King of Pentacles. What's the Seven of Swords? There's just a lot of swords here, so I want to get some clarity before I start telling you everything about this reading. What is the Seven of Swords? Justice in reverse and the Fool card. Okay, and the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, please. The Chariot and the Lovers card. Okay, now one card on the Justice in reverse. The Sun card. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go through all of this. So we have the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So to me, this feels like moving on from something. What are we moving on here from? I know I'm doing a lot of clarifiers in this video. I don't usually do it like this, but I'm just stick with me here for a minute. Okay. So there's some type of love situation in the past, or this could also be friendships. There's some type of, there could be a lot of relationships. Now we are in a 9-year. We're at the last month of a 9-year. So we're really tying up a lot of loose ends here. Now there could be, regardless of just romantic relationships, there could just be relationships in general that you may have put a lot of time and effort in, that there maybe once was good collaboration in this connection, in these connections. This could be multiple connections. But there's this sense of moving forward and walking away from something. And that leading to some rumination, some anxiety here in the mind. And I asked over what, and it was, I can't show you because of the nudity, but the Lover's card and the Chariot card, to me that's like a relationship moving forward. There's anxiety about whether or not a connection is going to move forward. And another thing I'm noticing, it's interesting that the Descendant, opposite of the Ascendant, right? Now, to me, that's kind of this energy of like, in theory, the Descendant, like in my mind, I kind of associate that with like descending, like kind of the opposite of ascending, right? We're really like kind of releasing or letting go of things. And to see that as like an invitation. So there might be a need for a perspective shift on all of these changes that are taking place, as they could very well be very like uncomfortable. But they're happening for your best and highest good here. Seven of Swords, I don't love that. I don't love it. Seven of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So there's a couple things here. On one end, I feel like I did clarify this, and it was Justice in reverse and the Fool card and the Sun card. So very interesting. It's like that to me feels backwards, like almost like the reverse of what you think should be happening is going to lead to this Fool card and the Sun card. Isn't that interesting? Kind of like the reverse of the Ascendant is the Descendant. It's like we have to go down before we can go up kind of thing. And I feel like somebody maybe, like the Seven of Swords can be like sneaking away, walking away from something. So maybe like you're in no contact with someone, or somebody took a step back here. But it feels like, on one hand, like, I think this forces you to face some pain around your heart chakra. And on the other hand, I'm like, okay, if this is a relationship with another person, this person could have snuck away to go deal with the pain in their heart chakra. But ultimately, it might also, their absence might also be forcing you to do the same thing and face your own pain and wounds from the past that have been blocking you from moving forward. Because when we clarified the Three of Swords, we got the Five of Pentacles and the Medicine Wheel. So that's like the Five of Pentacles kind of revealing deeper into that Three of Swords energy, right? That wounded energy, this energy of lack. And usually I see this as like, you have resources, you have tools and stuff to go to, but there's like this internal block that is because of the pain of the past. There's like this black belief system that's blocking you. But coming out with the Medicine Wheel, this is associated with the Wheel of Fortune, and also the Medicine Wheel has this aura, this energy of being able to bring deep healing to situations. And I feel like that's what this is about. So I don't hate this Seven of Swords in this reading, actually. It's very interesting though. But that's what I feel like this is about. Like sneaking away, or, you know, kind of because of someone else sneaking away, or this could have been you sneaking away, but because of that, like both of you, now if it's not about a relationship, it's not about a relationship for you, and this could be about, yeah, you just walking away from something to go deal with your heart. I kind of do feel like it is about a relationship, but either way, you know your story best. But this feels like somebody walking away, and it's basically forcing both sides to heal their hearts, whether they like it or not. And yeah, with that, again, with that medicine wheel and the Five of Pentacles clarifying the Three of Swords, it does feel like this separation is creating healing to this lack mentality here. And then again, with this Justice card in reverse clarifying the Seven of Swords, it's like, you would think like upright justice is like kind of bringing harmony to a situation. And in reverse with the Seven of Swords, it kind of confirms that like sneaking away energy, like it's actually through this separation, through this kind of feeling of imbalance, that's going to bring this renewal and this sun energy, which kind of does make sense to me because we are at like this tail end of a very intense year. And we kind of need to like go within and wrap up all these old cycles that are holding us back from really stepping into our new timeline. And I feel like a lot of us are being forced to do that on our own, so then we can move forward. So it is interesting. And then we have the Page of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands were the three I originally pulled out. Okay, and then I clarified the Page of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. So it feels like there could be, sorry. There could be a small offer coming forward. Someone may have like taken a lot of time to think about this. What is this Two of Pentacles about here? Well, clarify the Seven of Pentacles first, actually. Okay, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and then the Page of Swords. So, let me clarify one more thing. What is this Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles energy about? Whoa, that was way too many cards. Okay. Yeah, I feel like small offers coming forward here. And I do feel like this situation is still like not in the clear. Like there's still a lot of healing that needs to take place, and it's kind of this like back and forth energy of like still healing, still working through things here. But I feel like someone might come forward and tell you about the burdens that they've been dealing with and the inner conflict that they've been dealing with, and how they have been doing work on that and have been able to like kind of cut away from some of that. And that's why there's the Seven of Pentacles. Like they went to kind of deal with the life that they already had and what needed to be like wrapped up there. And then this Nine of Wands in reverse, we clarified the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So I do kind of want to pull one more card on that. Just one more card on this combination here, please. Six of Cups. Okay. Okay. So I feel like a masculine energy, okay, regardless of gender, might come forward. that they've become this King of Pentacles and really have cut away from what's no longer serving them. And with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I'm kind of getting this sense of like they're putting down like the burdens of the past kind of thing. And I clarified the two kings with the Six of Cups. So this does spark like reconnection, a masculine bringing an offer to a feminine. But the two cards that were on the bottom while I was clarifying with like the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles and this Nine of Wands in reverse energy was, at first it was the Seven of Wands, so I pulled that out. And then again on the bottom, the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like whoever's aligned with like the feminine energy in this situation may have given their energy away too easily in the past, and now they feel very protective over their energy, which is totally fair and probably a good thing. So interesting, like if we think about the beginning of this reading, slowing down, all paths lead home, invitation change, and I'm sorry. Interesting that this is the story that wanted to come out here. I feel like after this new earth really starts to take shape, which really isn't until like from what I'm kind of relating to this new earth is when Saturn and Neptune both move into Aries. They actually conjunct in Aries, which is really powerful. I think on February 20th. So that's when we're going to see this fresh new energy coming through for the collective. And I feel like after that is kind of when this will have more clarity. Now, you may hear from them before that, but I feel like it could be like small offers if you do end up hearing before that. I didn't mean to do such like a big reading for you, but this does feel like it spans into like the next 3 months, like December, January, and February. So, and again, we really do need to kind of just slow down and trust timing of everything and like really let these like major cycles close out. Like think about that. That's like the last 13 years of our lives that we're like wrapping up all these like old patterns and stuff and old ways of being. So I think it's for the best that there's like space here. Okay, 3 came out, so we'll take them. We have interesting. Okay. We have Dragonfly. So that might be significant for some of you out there. Dragonfly energy. Or like literal dragons. Dragons have been very significant for me personally lately. Live life to the fullest. Beautiful. Illusion. Embrace the truth. That's really important as we have Neptune, the planet that can stir up illusion, still in retrograde. That is a good time for illusions to be unveiled and really step into truth. And the fact that it's moving out of Pisces soon into Aries, I think will bring us a lot of clarity as well. And then leadership, set your goals. So I feel like this energy is kind of asking you to be realistic. We are going to be moving into Capricorn season, which I feel like things are going to have a bit of like a serious, more serious tone to them by then, not only because of Capricorn season, but because of the other stuff going on as well. In the astrology, again, I talk about that a lot in the December video if you want more info on that. But yeah, I feel like you're really just meant to be really logical about things, kind of step out of like, if you're in any like mental fantasies about people, just like really look at like the reality of these dynamics at play in your life and continue to just focus on your intuition, your path, and like whatever your purpose is, whatever you're really here to do. Focus on that and focus on what brings you joy as everything kind of gets sorted out. Just like lay low, keep it chill. Well, you don't have to be chill, but like I just feel like it's a good time to like stay in our own lanes and kind of just stay in alignment with our truths and our values. And then we also have Don't Worry, Be Happy and Dolphin on the bottom here. Um, which is exactly what I just said. Just like keep it chill. So I hope you guys are able to find a message here today. If anyone wants to share in the comments below, I would love to hear about your stories, your experiences. If you ever want a private reading from me, you can send me an email at existinloveconsulting@gmail.com, or there's a link to my website below where you can also book a reading. I only have one option on there right now, so want to just give my email directly out there in case somebody's looking for something else. And stay tuned for more videos, of course. And if you found something you resonate with, it'd be so helpful for you to like, share, subscribe, comment. All of that helps people find these videos and continue to bring more people into this little community here. So this thread, this collective. Yeah. Thanks so much for being here and stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.